Greetings, you beautiful people! I'm your host, The Danger Dave, and welcome to my impressions video of the upcoming sneak peek of the next DC animated movie, Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Now, originally this was going to be a part of my Justice League Dark Apocalypse War review, but that review did go on a little bit too long, and I didn't want that video to drag out too long, so I decided just to go ahead and make this its own video, and I will leave a link to the sneak peek in the description below, so you guys can check that out if you haven't already, or you can go out and buy the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War Blu-ray version, because you get the sneak peek along with the Blu-ray version of Apocalypse War. So, and I do recommend that movie. I thought it was pretty good myself. But now, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to talk about the ending of Apocalypse War real quick. So if you don't want things spoiled for you, just skip ahead to the time I have on screen. But the ending to Apocalypse War shows Barry Allen, the Flash. He creates another flashpoint because the heroes and the world is just too broken at this point after the movie. And really the best course of action is just to clear the board and start again. And to create a flashpoint and change everything. Hopefully for the better. And whether or not, this kind of new universe that it seems like they're creating, starting with Man of Tomorrow, is going to be the result of that flashpoint, I don't exactly know. I imagine it would, I think they could totally be like, yeah, this is the universe that was created by the flashpoint at the end of Apocalypse War. I don't exactly know. I'm just kind of guessing. Like I said, I imagine they would. But I do know DC is currently focusing on origin stories for the big three, the trinity of DC. Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And I would imagine after Man of Tomorrow, Batman is next. And then Wonder Woman, just because that's how it kind of went in the comics. You had Superman, then Batman, then Wonder Woman, and that's kind of how the DC Extended Universe started it, where you had Man of Steel, and then you had BVS, and then Wonder Woman showed up in BVS, and then she got her own movie. I just imagine that's how they would go with it, but at the end of the day, they can do whatever the hell they want. I just say that because you do see a photo of Batman in this sneak peek, which I thought was really cool, kind of creating, that universe. It's not just strictly a Superman thing. There are characters and they do exist here. I like seeing that stuff, I like seeing other characters being referenced or shown and other like DC or Marvel stuff like that. I think it's good for world building. But this movie is going to be about identity, about Superman really coming into his own and coming into his powers as a hero and finding his place in this world. And where we see Clark Kent at this point in his life is he's the coffee boy. He's the coffee boy for the Daily Planet. And it's going from that to him becoming Superman. And it's also an origin of his relationship with Lois Lane, which to me, it was always Lois and Clark. Not Superman and Wonder Woman. No offense to shippers of Superman and Wonder Woman. I just think Lois and Clark make for better stories because you have the alien from another planet who came to Earth and found love here. I just find that more interesting than Superman and Wonder Woman. That's just my preference at the end of the day. But characters that are going to be in this movie, one is going to be Parasite. And I feel like you don't hear enough of Parasite for Superman movies and stories and stuff. It just kind of seems like he's kind of forgotten about, and you don't hear too much about him. It just kind of seems like he's a B-C-list character. So seeing Parasite in this movie is definitely going to be cool. Lobo is going to be in it, and it's kind of cool because Lobo is going to be like the exact opposite of Superman, so he's going to be a nice foil for Superman. That looks really cool. Obviously, Lex Luthor is going to be in this. Martian Manhunter is going to be in the movie, and like Martian Manhunter, he's been on Earth for quite a while now, and he's kind of been watching humanity from the sidelines, and so he's trying to give, advice to Superman about, should he be your hero, should he not be your hero, which is something Clark is kind of struggling with a little bit. He's just like, sooner or later people are going to ask where I came from and what my intentions are. but maybe if I show them the good about being an alien, they wouldn't be afraid of me. I'd show them that I'm here to do good. I'm not here to threaten them. Maybe they'll see things another way. And I like that. I like that story of Superman finding his place in humanity, which is something kind of Man of Steel played around with a lot, which I really enjoy. And I think that makes for a really good story, myself personally. So I do have some of the cast members for this movie, if you guys are interested in that. Apologies ahead of time if I butcher any of these names, just because I'm not good with names, reading them, so, forgive me for that. But we have Darren Criss as Clark Kent Superman, and he was Raphael in Batman TMNT animated movie. He was also an archer. Next we have Alexandria Daddario, I believe is how you say her name. She's going to be Lois Lane. She was in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Ryan Hurst as Lobo, and he was in Sons of Anarchy, Remember the Titans, and Saving Private Ryan. We have Zachary Quinto as Lex Luthor, and he was in Star Trek and Star Trek Into Darkness. Brett Dalton as Parasite, and he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he was also in a movie called Beside Still Waters. I hear it's a romance. I've never seen it myself, personally. And then we have Ike Amati as Martian Manhunter. And he also did the voice for Martian Manhunter and Lego Batman 3. So he's returning into that role. And this movie, the animation style for it, has this kind of semi-Archer vibe to it. I'll put some photos on the screen for you, ladies and gentlemen. But you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It has that sort of Archer vibe, The first time I saw it, I was just like, that's Archer, I was like, that's definitely an Archer style, which I don't exactly hate it. I think after seeing the New 52 animation style for so long, I definitely think it's something that they had to do, and it's definitely a welcome change for me. And overall, what I think about this quick little sneak peek, I'm excited. I'm really interested in this, because it looks like they're really trying to stay faithful to what Superman is. They're like, Superman is Superman the way you know him, but they're also trying to keep it fresh and keep it for today's audiences, so it's not dated at all. And I like that. I like how they're like, we need to stay faithful to what Superman is, but also, reintroduce it and keep it fresh, which is something the New 52 kind of tried to do and kind of failed at it. And because New 52 Superman, nobody liked New 52 Superman from what I read and heard. A lot of people were just like, no, we don't like the Superman. He was kind of like a brooding jerk, and he was a ladies' man, single and ready to mingle. He wasn't with Lois, he was with Wonder Woman. And, from what I hear from a lot of people, they just didn't like New 52 Superman. So I do like they're trying to say, Superman is going to be Superman, but this is him coming into his own for his powers and stuff like that, and how humanity is going to react to that. And I like it. I'm really interested in this movie. You can definitely expect me to do a review of Men of Tomorrow whenever it comes out. I don't have a release date. If you guys know when it's coming out, I would definitely like to know that. But as far as when it's coming out, I have no idea. I'm just kind of talking about it and my thoughts and feelings on it. But I think it looks good. I'm excited. It looks like it's a good movie. And I'm excited to see what else they do, with this, new universe that they're doing. I'm excited to see, their take on the origins of Batman and Wonder Woman and, the Justice League down the road and whatnot. I'm really interested, especially if this movie's really good. I hope it is. It looks good, but looks can be deceiving. I usually go into things, cautiously optimistic, looking forward to it, but at the end of the day, I've been hurt too many times by getting my hopes up about stuff, so now whenever I go into this stuff, I'm just going to be like, I hope it's good, but it might be bad. So, cautiously optimistic. But that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. In the comments below, if you've seen this sneak peek, please let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Are you looking forward to it? Do you just not care? Please let me know. And I'll see you all on the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next episode. You guys have a fantastic day.